Property for you. Property for you.
You buy us.
Property for you.
Everywhere.
Property for you. Property for you.
The Property for You camera spotted an upmarket gated estate in a burgeoning suburb of Block 8, Louisville, where luxury and optimum security is not compromised in a serene environment. A valued viewer, this is your closing bell of the day to consider investing in residential property. Thus, it is imperative for you to keep your eyes glued to this particular episode.
Louisville is a block of apartments that offers one a wide portfolio of property for renting and ownership. Interested buyers and investors come from different parts of the world.
Now, Sean, I find this very fascinating. As a foreigner from so far away in America, how did you find out about this property and what made you choose this particular property?
Well, initially I came to Botswana as strictly a tourist. I'm originally from New York, and at this point I live in Hawaii. And I decided I wanted to come to Africa and explore. And so out of all of the countries that I looked at, Botswana just was the most appealing for me. So when I arrived here, I was pleasantly surprised at what was being sold locally as far as real estate. And so the trip turned into almost an expedition to find and buy a place. And eventually that's what I did before I left the country, which was last year in April. By the time the vacation ended, I had actually purchased this beautiful unit here.
The current property market seems to revolve around townhouses. The 2- and 3-bedroom apartments top the list.
In terms of the use of the property, what is it that you're actually using it for? Are you using it for a holiday home? Is it an investment? What is the personal use for you, or is it a return on investment that you're trying to make? Tell us more.
I actually think it's a combination of all of the above, except for, the income portion of it, because I'm not going to rent it. It's strictly for my personal use. And so what I realized is that after purchasing this unit, I could actually come to the country on vacation and spend extended vacations here and actually live at home instead of in a hotel.
Investments for personal use allows one to enjoy their vacations here as a tourist without the added cost of hotel accommodation on the extended visit.
Also, it was the fact that after investigating and looking at the local real estate market here, I realized that this was an investment, that after purchasing it, the property would appreciate in value.
Would you say that you found really good value for your money with this property?
I purchased the property last year in April, and as of today, it has appreciated in value about 30%. Yeah.
The townhouses are made up of several 2- to 3-bedroom units, which are self-contained with a small garden space in the back.
When ticking off the boxes, when you were looking for a property, what needs did you need to have fulfilled when you had found the perfect property?
Well, as an expatriate, someone who doesn't live in the country full-time, my needs were a little bit unique, but not much different from anyone else who doesn't live in Botswana full-time and is interested in purchasing a property. Security was one of my main concerns.
Security is a major consideration when one wants to invest in any property, especially when one is only here for short periods of time in the year.
I didn't want a freestanding structure that I had to worry about someone maybe or possibly breaking into. So the townhouse kind of a configuration suit my needs perfectly. The fact that this development is security gated, 24-hour security, it's a lock up and go kind of a situation. The fact that the monthly levy fee basically takes care of all of the maintenance here at the facility, that was a worry-free kind of a situation for me.
Amenities and facilities are shared, and residents don't have to worry about venturing outside the complex for a spot of swimming or even parking.
And then facilities, did the facilities offered within this complex and estate, did they attract you to this property as well?
There is a community swimming pool, there is a braai area, there's also a playground, a clubhouse. All of these amenities are included in the monthly levy fee. So essentially it was perfect for me, because what it allows me to do is come to the country on extended vacation, stay in my unit, and when it's time to go back to the United States, I can do so, lock and go, and I don't have a worry in the world.
Contrary to popular belief, entering the property market as an investor is not cumbersome and complicated at all. Perhaps the primary requirement is obviously that one must have the will.
And then the procedures of buying, and completing the sale process, were they difficult or did you face any challenges? How did it go?
The process of purchasing the property was unbelievably simple. Mr. Emmanuel at Louisville Horizons, they made the process of purchasing the property very easy. It was a short notice purchase. I only had about a week and a half left on vacation when I actually bought the property. And by the time I left, the property was mine. I owned it outright. At that point, it was not furnished. After getting back to the United States, me and Mr. Leon Emmanuel, we communicated regularly, and he facilitated me being able to purchase the furniture that I wanted. He had it delivered, installed, he facilitated the entire process.
The small gardens in all apartments are catered for by the management. What more can you ask for?
So I think that one of the nicest features of this townhouse is the covered carport, per se, because I love being able to park my car here and not worrying about it getting rained on and sun damage and things of that nature.
It's nice and shady.
Yeah, it is. So as we enter and come up through the walkway here, you see I have a very minimal amount of plantings because of the fact that I'm not here all the time. So
Is this managed by you or the complex?
it is actually managed by the complex.
Oh, that's
And
fantastic.
it is,
So you don't even have to worry.
I really don't. However, it just gives me peace of mind to know that I don't have an overabundance of plantings.
The interior of the apartment is open plan and flows from sitting room to dining to kitchen.
So, allow me to introduce you to my residence and give you a tour.
So this is quite nice, eh?
Yes, absolutely. As you can see, we have a very, very open floor plan here in the townhouse.
It's very spacious though.
It is, and I was surprised at the amount of space that I could purchase for that price point. It was just amazing.
The living room space is made up of a very modest but comfortable furniture.
I went for a very simplistic kind of a look as far as my furniture is concerned.
But modern.
Absolutely. I was looking for an urban contemporary kind of a look with a minimalistic, kind of a...
Not too cluttery.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I get here. It's
Yes.
cluttered. I love it.
So this is the lounge area, as you can see, and I have a very small television. I didn't want to, go extremely large.
Yeah.
Very minimalistic kind of a table. Here you have the dining area.
Okay.
Once again, very minimalistic kind of a look. And here you can see
Of course, you need that.
you do need that. It does get kind of warm here in Botswana.
During summer,
And yes, and so Mr. Emmanuel and the people at Louisville Horizons, they made sure that I got an AC unit installed to my specifications, yes.
The kitchen is made attractive by its simple black and white coloring, with the cabinets that wrap around the whole wall space rather comfortably.
This is the kitchen, and as you can see, the finishings are quite nice. And I decided to go with the black countertops contrasted by the pearl white kinds of cabinetry. Yes.
It gives it a very chic.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the look that I was trying to. I decided to go on a very small fridge since I'm not here
That often.
year round. Correct. Yes, yes.
The overall look of the ground floor space is functionally for people on the go.
This area here, what would you put there?
Well, I was thinking of putting a dishwasher there, and I just have not gotten around to it yet.
At the moment.
Eventually I will, though. Yes.
What about washing machines? You have to wash your clothes.
I do, actually. And let me take you back to this area here where we have our guest bathroom.
The guest bathroom is again very modest but functional for both guests and host.
I was able to place a very moderately sized washing machine here in this area. So this serves a dual purpose. You know, it provides an area for my guests to be able to utilize the facilities, and I'm able to wash my clothing here as well.
The second story is mainly for sleeping quarters. It's comprised of 3 bedrooms.
So what we have upstairs is 3 bedrooms, okay? And at this time, I'm only utilizing 2 of them. One of them is being used as a storage area. So if you continue to go this way.
Avoidance of clutter is the name of the game.
As you can see, this is the second bedroom, and I have it very sparsely furnished because I like the open and airy feel.
Yeah.
I also have an aircon unit in here for comfort. And this is my favorite feature of this room. This has a balcony.
The balcony is rather cramped, but then again, it is not the golf estate by any means.
In terms of property here and where you're coming from, do you have similar features or is it like totally different?
It is quite different actually, because in the United States, we don't have the closet space per se, which would be called what here? A wall unit of some sort?
Yeah, built-in wardrobes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we don't
so
have
what do you
those.
have?
We have closets.
Okay.
We have closets,
Like
yes.
loose? Or...
Actually, the closets have doors.
Okay.
So there would be a door, and you would open the door, and it depends on how big the home is.
Yeah.
You would actually be able to walk in there, and it would be like a small room.
So you don't actually have this sort of setup?
No, it's
Wow.
quite different.
Sorry, I'm going completely off, but I was just
No,
thinking,
it's-
I'm sure
it's-
the viewers would be interested too. That's
Absolutely,
interesting,
yes.
So you say you've got 3 bedrooms upstairs?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the second one.
Okay.
The master bedroom reflects the minimalistic tendencies of the master of the house.
It is still very sparsely furnished.
Yes.
Because I don't like the clutter, and I like a very minimalistic
Yes.
kind of a situation. Also, another aircon unit for comfort.
Okay, fantastic. And what else does this... Oh, what's that?
And there is another wardrobe. And of course, the master bedroom has its own
bathroom.
private bath, yes.
This is a landing area. What did you call it?
This is a foyer. Yes.
Why? So we refer to things quite differently, don't we?
Yes, we do, absolutely.
So what else is different?
When it comes to homes and housing, what else is different? Well, in the United States, we have a living room or a den, and that is where the family sits and watches television.
And we have a lounge or a TV room, that sort of thing.
Very
Or
different.
sitting room. Okay, wow. So there's quite a few differences.
Quite a few.
There is a separate shower and toilet for guests in the upper floor as well. In this episode, we engage the issue of how one can invest in property that not only suits your pocket, but also suits your needs.
Property for you.